Hey, it's a new day and welcome back to my channel. So I'm sitting here on the kitchen floor. I was meaning to just take inventory of my pantry and my freezer and stuff, and it kind of got more involved. I was tidying up, straightening out some things, throwing away some expired stuff. Anyway, it's, you know how it goes. It's like down the rabbit hole, but we are going to be going to Sam's Club tonight for the very last time. I will explain in a little bit, but we're expecting a baby here pretty soon, and so I just kind of want to make sure I have some things in my house, in my pantry, stocked up, ready to go, quick and easy things. I was trying to make a list of foods that we like that are really quick, and there's not a ton. I mean, I feel like I cook very quickly. Like, we'll put meat on the grill and I'll make a vegetable and, you know, sometimes a pasta or a potato or something. I really don't take that much time to cook. I like to do a lot of batch cooking. We eat a lot of leftovers. I enjoy cooking, but I'm also very busy. So, you know, you learn how to juggle it all. But I was trying to make a list of some quick things, and we don't do a lot of like casseroles at all. I don't cook with canned vegetables hardly ever. I'll buy frozen vegetables, or I have green beans in my freezer. We do a lot of salads. Everybody in my family loves salads, even the kids, and we love chopped up fresh veggies, things like that too. So I'm not really sure what I can stock up on in that department as much, but I did think of a few meals like baked potatoes we love. They get amazing in the air fryer. Spaghetti and meatballs is another one. It's not Josh's favorite, but the kids love it. They can like customize it however they want to. And a lot of those things can keep on the shelf for a long time. We always have meat in our freezer. We get like a quarter to half of a beef for my parents every year. And so that's always there. And then I have lots of corn, which we need to start eating through. I always think of corn as a starch and not a vegetable. And so it feels like weird to make green beans and corn, but it also feels weird to just make corn. So I never really know how to navigate the corn situation. But we love our homemade freezer corn that we preserve every summer. So we have that out there, tons of meat, not a ton of chicken or pork, mostly beef. And so I just want to keep my eye out here tonight when we go to Sam's Club for pantry staples, which this is my pantry behind me here. Flour, oatmeal. I have plenty of like coconut oil and oils and stuff like that. I was shocked. I was down here looking through. I'm like, oh my, I have a backup of this, a backup of that. So we're good on like the oils and spreads and peanut butters and stuff. We don't do cereal a ton, so I'm planning on not buying cereal. And I can stock up on citrus if they have good sales, so I'm hoping to keep an eye out for that, because especially with a new baby in the home, we want to do everything we can for our immune systems, including all the vitamin C and all that. So yeah, it's kind of where my brain's at here. I also want to get a bunch of fast/healthy freezer foods. We have 2 whole chickens in our fridge right now, plus a smoked capon that I spent a ridiculous amount of money on at Thanksgiving, but apparently all you gotta do is pop it in the oven and it's like delicious. It almost tastes like a ham because it's smoked. I don't know, we have a few things like that. If I just remember to thaw them out ahead of time, we can eat them. We've been really into wings lately, stuff like that. But as far as just popping something in the oven, I wanna keep my eye out for pizzas, chicken nuggets, things like that I can just have in the freezer that are no fuss, and you just pop them in and go. And then we can run to the store for like celery, carrots, things like that as we need. I should probably get more mayo. We're good on ketchup. Josh buys ketchup every time we go, and I'm like, we have so much ketchup. Yeah, I wanna have several backups for a lot of these things. We need diapers and wipes, and we love their Sam's Club diapers and wipes, and I'm sad we're not gonna get them anymore. I also am gonna let myself splurge. It's on my list. I'm allowed to buy it. I want to get those Savide egg bites, like the knockoffs from Starbucks, because I've been getting them at Starbucks when I go to my many OBGYN appointments, and they're very expensive if you get them like, you know, weekly or whatever. So I thought, you know, they are expensive when you go to Sam's Club, but not as expensive as going through the drive-thru. So I want to try them, see if they're as good. I went down the TikTok Real Rabbit Trail and I found these Greek yogurt bars that look so delicious. I want to get those. So yeah, I thought I would take you guys along with me this evening. You guys always seem to enjoy our Sam's Club hauls. Sadly, this will be our last one for who knows how long, ever, maybe. But yeah, with a family of 3 small children and a baby on the way, I feel like we eat a moderate amount of food. Like we eat more than you would think because we're all, like, the kids are 6 years and younger, but they all eat about the same. The 2, the 4, and the 6-year-old all eat about the same amount of food. And so I'm learning to cook differently all of a sudden. They're eating more than they were before. I'm starting to cook that 3rd dish. I used to just do the meat and the vegetable and skip the starch, but we've been doing the rice, the potatoes, the noodles and stuff, like, you know, just to make the pack of meat and vegetables stretch a little further. And yeah, I'm learning that I'm not having leftovers like I used to have. So we're just kind of adjusting here in this little period. Let me know down below what you guys think of Sam's Club. I really think their prices are great. You just have to be careful when you're a family my size that you're not buying huge amounts of one thing that you're gonna get sick of. Like I try to stay out of the snack aisle a little bit, and like those bars and stuff like that, you get sick of them before you get through the box. But when it comes to like larger staples and stuff, it seems to be a really good deal, and it's always fun. Whenever we go, we eat their like basically free pizza and hot dogs. They're so good. Anyway, I'm sure Josh will be grabbing some of their hot dogs tonight. I'm not a hot dog girl at all, but I will eat one if it's slathered in sauerkraut and relish and mustard and ketchup. So I actually decided last minute to make whoopie pies because I have a bin of icing that I bought. There's a really good place that I get homemade icing from. They put like flour in it and stuff, and it's just not super duper over the top sweet. Is it cold? Is it cold? But this is the tub that it comes in, and it's huge, and so I need room in my fridge here for, you know, groceries tonight. So I decided I'm gonna make whoopie pies, wrap them all up individually, and then we'll have them for lunches and Josh's coffee in the morning. So hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. Plus I used coconut oil, and so I got to also use up a jar of coconut oil that was getting gone. So yeah, wasn't really in the plans for the day, but I'm glad I'm getting things off the list and prepping for the future. You know, since chocolate whoopie pies are just essential and all. What's in there? Okay, we just arrived. It is dark. We're going inside, but we have a caveat. They're calling for 90% snowstorm all across the East Coast, and it is packed. Oh my word.
We're not gonna get much snow.
We're not gonna make good time.
We're not gonna hardly get any snow, but it doesn't matter. Everybody thinks we're gonna be snowed in, and we're gonna get like nothing. It's gonna turn to rain by lunchtime tomorrow. And be nothing.
Watch me cut to the snow just pulling down.
Well, it's gonna snow a little bit in the morning, but by Sunday morning there's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be all no, we ain't getting nothing.
Oh my goodness. So wish us luck in here. We will see what we can get, what footage you can get. It's gonna be packed though. Oh my word.
Best thing about Weatherman though is, guess what? I'll get paid anyway tomorrow. I'll say whatever I want.
We are parked like a mile from the door. So let's start the trek. So what's all your favorite part about Sam's Club, since this is our last time going?
Not our last time going.
Supper. Pizza.
Why is my nose like bright red?
I think Slushy, because you love your nose so much.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay, let's go get our necessary shopping done so we can have our supper while we're all here, right?
Yep.
Possum Daddy. For some reason, on the way into Sam's Club, we did not make the connection that there was a storm coming. 1 to 3 inches, granted, but in Pennsylvania, that's like a big deal. And so everybody was in Sam's Club. The line wrapped the whole way around to the back. When we got there, in hindsight, I think a lot of those people just came right straight from work, and so it was bad timing plus the storm. But we were like, what are we gonna do? Do we turn around and go back out again? And we decided, no, we're gonna brave it. We're here, we drove half an hour, and we'll just hope the line is better towards the end, which it was. So Ivani wanted to vlog here. Sorry for all the back end shots. It didn't work out so great, so I quickly took the phone away again. But we started over at the pharmacy section, which we never do, and picked up a few things that we were needing for our house just because we couldn't get through the giant line to get over to the other side of the store where we typically shop first. And we have learned that we love Sam's Club's diapers and wipes, which is so sad because now we won't be able to get them anymore since we won't be shopping at Sam's Club. Again, more on that later, but they had name brand Pampers as well as their Members Mark, which is what we like to buy. This is the second time in our lives where I have 2 babies in diapers at the same time. I want to train my 2-year-old, he just turned 2, but I feel like there's a lot of big changes happening in his little life, so we might just wait till after the baby. These Greek yogurt bars were so good, and this was number one priority on my list, these egg bites. They are like $5.60 at Starbucks for 2, and there you saw the price. I like to look at their make ahead food just to see what they have. This gives you great meal ideas if you're planning to, you know, put stuff in the fridge before a baby or something, but I didn't buy any of it because we don't need that. We cut through the middle section to go back to the beginning again, and look at that sweater. Isn't it so cute? We did not really browse around in this section at all, but I heard that this is a great section to look at Christmas time, lots of gifts and things like that. But we cut over to the paper supplies section. We needed a bunch of, just stock up stuff for that. I will probably use my paper supplies more often, at least the plates, once the baby comes. And I wanted to get some more dishwasher detergent. We had been out for a little bit, and I like this all free and clear stuff. If you guys watched our podcast, you know the story, the saga of 2023 and the toilet paper fiasco with Josh buying 2-ply toilet paper, enough to last us all year. It was awful. So I was so excited to be able to stock up on real toilet paper again. So do we give Josh a second chance at trying to buy toilet paper?
Yeah, we did. Right here. Charmin.
Oh, you're gonna look. He's gonna look at all the prices and find the most expensive one. That's what he's gonna do. Unit price 0.7. Everything else up through here is 40 cents, 35, 32. That's 0.7.
No, 4 cents.
Yeah, that's
Not
0.7.
40 cents.
Sorry, 4 cents. Yeah, and that's 0.7. It's not even 1. I say we compromise and do that. That's like normal. We're not like bougie people here. Okay, the decision has been made. 3.0. They never have plastic wrap. They have press and seal, but they never have plastic wrap. I don't understand it. Do I not look at the right places? I also looked at their cereal, but we did not buy any just because it's so much of a commitment to buy that much of the same flavor of cereal all at once. But Honey Bunches of Oats makes amazing parfaits. Also, I did stock up on a bunch of oats. We love just the old-fashioned Quaker oat. And I looked at the mac and cheese for a split second thinking, oh, that would be so handy, but we did not get those. I did buy a huge thing of Barilla pasta because I agreed to bring mac and cheese to a party the next night, so I had to get that. We love their marinara sauce and always get a big pack of that. Josh needed his bush baked beans. You have a hat. You have 2 hats. I'm not gonna buy them, but boy, do they look good. I have been on an acai bowl kick lately, and I really don't know how to make the base very good, but I saw they had these acai bowl packets here, so I'm wondering if they are good or not. Maybe you guys can let me know down below, although it might be too late for that. We also don't have a good source of getting seafood in bulk like we do with our beef, and so when I buy seafood I often buy it at Sam's Club or Costco or places like that, and the prices are not exorbitant when you buy them in the freezer section, but they're not great either. So I definitely splurge on fish a lot more often when I'm pregnant just because, you know, it's good for the baby and all of that. And Sam's Club's cheese system is so confusing to me. They have like cheese in 2 different places, and so I can never find what I'm looking for. But I got this giant block of white cheddar to go into the mac and cheese that I was making for the next night. And I should have got this butter in hindsight. I thought the price was too much for just the traditional butter, but in hindsight that was not a terrible price. Somebody said these are so good, so I'm like, why not? Oh my goodness, look at these baking potatoes. They're huge. I did not end up buying the baking potatoes then just because I was like, they're too big for my kids. I love looking at their salad kits just for inspiration. I don't buy them, they go bad quickly, but it's still fun to look and see what combinations they put together because salads are so good and so versatile, and I feel like sometimes you can get stuck in a rut. Here is their grapefruits. I was trying to find out where they were from because California grapefruits have just always been so much better than Florida ones. and I was trying to make sure they were from California, but they were actually from Texas. I took a gamble, bought a giant bag of them, and they are actually delicious. So if you have a Sam's Club membership, definitely try out their grapefruits, especially this time of year. Texas grown, who would have known? This trout and salmon was actually a better price than the stuff in the freezer section, but it was such a huge amount that we couldn't get it. And guys, I tried their other kind of chicken salad this time because last time I tried their traditional kind, didn't love it. I also don't love their cranberry one either. Just not my favorite. And of course, I love browsing through the bakery section, even though I won't buy any of it because I love to bake. Why would I let them have the fun of baking for me, especially when I can make it better, right? Hashtag Mennonite baking. But it was still fun to look around and see everything that they had to offer and get ideas of how to make things look pretty. We got this giant bag of Cape Cod potato chips, but they're our favorite in our household. And Vani was getting a kick out of the flowers, especially the dyed ones. She was convinced, nope, this is how they grew. And I kind of had to explain to her that the flowers are real, the colors not so much. So Josh has this tradition of tormenting me when we go through the snack aisle at the end and just trying to get a rise out of me, get me worked up. He wants to buy all the fruit snacks and Oreos and everything else. I don't think he's actually serious. I think he just likes to, you know, get a reaction, but we did go look through everything anyway and didn't really buy anything in this section, I don't believe. You saying about pellets?
No, the wood pellets for heating are $8 a bag here, and I can get them from the feed mill for $6.15 a bag.
Look at Josh trying to save money there. Good for him. Sounds like he does know how to price compare. Here is our finished cart with all of the things. I think I showed you most everything we bought, except you can see there's a few added things here. We got a little individual guacamoles, and Josh got some Arizona green tea when I wasn't watching, but who am I, his mother? If he wants to have it, I guess that's his business. And I did get aluminum foil and some other things like that. And I'll tell you our bill again, like I said, at the end. Oh, I did forget, we also got baby bells because Josh had to have those. And then we were the last people in line at their cafe. Apparently they close at 8 and it was 8. So we just so got the last pizza. It was a Supreme and the kids just picked off what they don't like. And I did not picture this here because it's not a proud mothering moment, but we did get 2 slushies for one last hurrah at Sam's Club. Okay, we are home again and the groceries are half put away, but it's got so late. I'm gonna put the rest of the things away tomorrow when I feel like I have time to actually put them away correctly. You know how it is when you get them from the grocery store, sometimes you just want to throw things in and then you regret it the next day. So yeah, I'm gonna put away most of the pantry items and stuff tomorrow when I have time. But before we go over the whole total and all of that, I just want to acknowledge that putting out a grocery haul always feels very vulnerable. One, because maybe people have an opinion about what you spend your money on. And then two, oftentimes people may have an opinion about the healthiness of the food that you are buying. And to both of those points, I just want to acknowledge that there are seasons for everything, and most of the time we shop at Aldi, and so this was just, like I said, a stock up on some things that we can't get bush beans at Aldi and like certain things like that. And this, like I said, is our last time shopping at Sam's Club. That is because Josh is giving his card back to his former employer. He was able to shop at Sam's Club because of his previous job, and so now that's over with. He's back to doing his construction thing, so we're not gonna get to go to Sam's Club anymore, which is kind of sad, but we could buy our own membership, but like I said, it's not the season of life for it. Aldi works great for us, our local Benton Dent store. We have several different Mennonite discount stores, plus I like to go to Thrive. Yeah, it doesn't make sense for us to do Sam's Club right now, but I think we will shop at Costco maybe once or twice this coming year with our gift cards that we got at Christmas time, so that'll be exciting. But yeah, anyway, have I shopped more healthily than this already before? Absolutely. Have I done worse than this already before? Probably as well, yes. But like I said, I was just trying to get some food in the fridge, in the freezer, in the pantry for, you know, these upcoming crazy weeks. We're just doing what we can to get by, you know? Which brings me to a comment that, I didn't see this comment, but Josh did, and these are the kind of comments I try not to pay attention to, because then I feel like you start tailoring your content to those 1 or 2 people, and then you're not genuine anymore. You're not your authentic self, and I try to be like my normal self because I'm relatable to somebody. Am I relatable to somebody else? Maybe not. You know, to some people I might live really lavishly, and then to other people it's like her house is such a dump. Like, why is she on YouTube? Like, she doesn't have a showpiece home. Being on YouTube, you just learn to be yourself and people will say what they want to say. But in the comment, she said something about me showing a lot of spending. But again, I come back to that word seasons, where, you know, I just put out a bedroom makeover video a little bit ago, and it felt like a ton of money was spent, but it was on most of our upstairs. And the nice part about it was that we spent that money over 6 months. I was collecting stuff. We were having the contractors, like the painters and the carpenters, come in different times. So it was spread out throughout a couple months, so that made things feel a little bit better. So I highly recommend, if you are doing any renovations and stuff and you want it to hurt a little bit less, you know, spread it out, do things slowly. That's kind of what we're doing with our home. You know, we just did our sun porch here finally, and I have a lot of rooms to go yet. Our washer and dryer are, what is it, 17 years old, so they're gonna kick the bucket eventually, and then I would like to redo my laundry. But for now, they're doing just fine. They were free washer and dryer we got from our neighbors, and I don't feel the need to replace them. But yeah, just remember, there are definitely seasons for everything. And I think coming through the Christmas season and then also doing some renovations, it did feel like, to us too, it felt like a lot of money was spent. But honestly, it feels so good to spend your money on something you've been working hard for. Sometimes, you know, you have an unexpected breakdown of your vehicle or something, which is so annoying. So it's nice to be saving for something that you're excited to actually, you know, add to your life. So anyway, do you guys want to hear what the total was? So we spent about $100 on diapers and wipes. That was about $100 right there, and we knew that was coming. I decided to spend it there rather than Target for various reasons. But anyway, our total bill was about $100 more than normal, $426. But yeah, I would love to do a grocery video again sometime, talking about how we stockpile meat in our freezer in bulk and how I preserve vegetables and stuff. But that's not this video. That'll be in another one. So anyway, thank you guys for coming along on this quick shopping spree. If I have to spend the money, it's at least fun to like turn it into a little event, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I will see you all in my next video, which will most likely be a nursery organization video and baby watch week. Can't believe we're at that point already. Bye everyone. I just had to put this clip in at the end. Miller loves to sing at church. It's just too cute. Is he singing potato? Oh man, gotta love it. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a great week. Like this video if you enjoyed the Sam's Club haul. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.